Exclamation
I'm
point.
cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
What are convictions?
Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
Oh, okay. I've got time. Hit me.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional?
You could say I've had some professional setbacks.
Expand on that for me.
I went 10 years without a promotion. I was in a state of suspended animation, but still.
Oh, well, that's certainly specific. You will soon regain your professional momentum, augmented by your recent period of rest and reassessment.
That's it. I don't feel any different.
Is that right? You'd be the first to admit as much. You know,
Really?
I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
Whoa, what's up? What's happening? Don't judge me, guys. This is about to get freaky. It's just, I mean, there's not anyone around. I guess it's sort of more private.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
I am. All this cloak and dagger stuff has certainly piqued my interest.
Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden.
Oh, well, slow down. What are you talking
The
about?
Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Why would the Order do that?
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder.
Doesn't seem like you're affected.
I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough.
What's the partial effect feel like?
It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant.
It's clearly not harming you or anyone else here, so what's the big deal? No, I'm gonna go. If what you're saying is true, we need to tell the people.
Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
Who are you working for, Persephone? I know you're not really with the Order.
I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested?
Okay. You're with Sub Rosa, aren't you?
So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor.
Sounds like something worth investigating. Count me in.
All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood?
Hold on, if this drug's in the water supply, why can't you just get it from there?
It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning.
Alright, fair enough. Anything else you can do to help me with this task?
Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier.
No, I feel like she's shaking me down for
And
money.
I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Alright, what do you got? Ooh, I need both of these. Working class suit. Gold molecule. Recipe, Order of the Ascendant Mega. These are both rare materials, aren't they? This one too. I wonder if I should buy those. I don't know what I need them for though. It's fine. I'll just remember she has them.
What a lamentable state of affairs.
Oh, can't fix it.
I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky.
There's a war going on and you're upset over a few lights not working?
War? Not with the corporatists, surely. That seems to have calmed down, for the moment at least. Oh, you must mean our little ideological dispute with the Protectorate.
Little.
Piffle. My dear pupil, that is nothing but distraction. The real war is happening here, inside the garden. We are battling for humanity's future, and victory balances on a knife's edge. Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light.
I like how she's like, the war is in here, and then there's like this, we're like hitting, I don't know, this the roof or something. No offense, but an electrician might be more helpful than faith in this instance.
We shall see.
I have an idea. Why don't you fix the lights?
And purloin from you such a perfect opportunity to serve the plan? I wouldn't dare cogitate on it. Besides, I don't know the first thing about such repairs. Why, I'd be more apt to electrocute myself than anything else.
Through the plan, all things are possible. Isn't that right?
Through the plan, yes. Yes, I dare say you're right. This must be the true intention behind our meeting. Stand back now.
Oh, she's
and
gonna shock the
observe
shit out of herself.
proficiency of a true disciple of the plan.
Oh yeah, here we go. With a torch?
I think she's still breathing. Ugh. And steaming.
You're back. Any luck with the sample?
Why are you... no, I'm good.
By a host
Is that just the end? Why did you come running? That's weird. I can't loot her. That was very entertaining, though. Oh, that's not stealing. Cool.
Which then
A second makeup exam will not be off, so I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin now.
Right. No pressure.
Secondary entrance exam for exemplar aspirants. This exam might as well be in another language. You cannot decipher any of the questions, let alone begin to guess the answers. Why does Explosive 7 help with that? Maybe it's about explosives and I'm just like, I don't know shit about explosives. See me after class. Student, not only have you failed this exam, but you exceeded my expectations of failure. Every answer misses the mark completely. Whenever I thought you were on the cusp of a coherent idea, you veered down some twisted corridor of math into which I dared not follow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. For today, I am the student and you are the instructor, but you still have to retake the exam. Rules are rules. Wonder who that was about. Is this anything? Alright, water sample. Find a way inside the water reconditioning without alerting the order of your actions. Where is that? Whoops. Okay, so water is over here on the other side. Acquire a key card from the back end.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
I don't think I can pickpocket anyone. I've never actually done it in this game. I thought it would be like a prompt or something. I'm gonna poke him.
Did you know around 1,000 species of bacteria live on human skin? A fascinating, if not relevant, bit of trivia. Wouldn't you agree?
Sorry, you looked asleep.
And prodding me was intended to elicit what result, exactly? At any rate, I am quite conscious, merely waiting.
Uh-huh, sure. Just admit it. I caught you napping.
I can assure you that of my numerous psychic afflictions, narcolepsy is not one of them. Would that it were, but no. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates.
I'm pretty important.
Indeed you are. All figures have value in the universal equation, although, upon immediate reflection, I don't think that's what you meant. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of
Seer
Predictive
Supreme.
Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
Ever thought about getting into gambling? Could be lucrative for a man of your talents.
Never. That would be a serious offense and an effrontery to the principles of the Order, especially for a seer. I vastly prefer the systole and diastoles of competitive debate anyway. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I, don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
I don't even know what an excogitation chapel is.
Excogitation chapels
Excogitation.
are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings.
You mentioned breakthroughs, like what?
All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review.
Of course.
But I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, why, the discovery of gravity. Or has the potential to be.
Say no more. I'm on the case. I'll hunt down these audio logs for you.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside.
While I have you, there's something else I'd like to discuss.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
I don't know if I want to say that to him. Actually, I don't know if I want to say any of this to him. I have some general questions.
Don't we all?
I trust you heard about Wiley's takeover of Alexandria Monastery. Any thoughts on that?
Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask?
165-page. Wiley said he'd be resigning from the Order, so what happened to him now?
His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. I expect we won't hear from him anytime soon. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious.
Wiley was one of your seers. Don't you feel a little responsible for what happened?
Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future, to ensure such tragic events never happen again. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable.
Well, his plan failed. I'd say that's a pretty strong condemnation of his math.
Generally, yes. Although it's important to remember that unexpected outcomes can still arise from failed experiments. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and... Oh, I just got rid of the last one.
Can you tell me more about Laplace's garden?
Oh, the garden is a marvel, isn't it? A prime example of how this colony could function if led by science and rationality instead of fear and oppression. Everything within the garden was meticulously selected by a committee of the Order's best archivists to provide for mental clarity and focus. My word, you should have seen the debates over the shrubbery. I've never witnessed such passionate discourse over foliage of all things.
I bet that was really boring. Can you tell me more about the Order's history in Cloister?
And what a history it is. The Order of the Ascendant, along with the Archive, has been headquartered on this moon since the founding of the colony. It was given to us by the matriarch herself. She understood how vital our contributions would be to Arcadian society, which some have forgotten. It is why we're here, in fact. Cloister has two things in abundance: ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the archive, and we've utilized its vast computational power ever since.
Shame you don't have access to it now.
Indeed. It's been a favorite bone fought over by the dogs of war, but I have every confidence it will end up back under Order control sometime in the next year.
Okay.
Or 7.
Or 7. Oh, okay. Let's talk about something
Other
else.
stray inquiries occupy your mind.
I'll try this one. I need to gain access to the archive. Any thoughts on how I can do that?
Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out siege is likely to dislodge them. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more.
Okay. Never mind. I'll be back. I feel like talking to him about the water stuff is just gonna make it more difficult.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
No more than what you need.
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the scientician in question. Any inquiries about
quite
the
a
stock may be
mustache.
directed to me.
Straightforward. I like
Either
it.
you intend to buy or you intend to go without. It would be unethical for me to interfere with your decision-making process.
Open vendor.
Of course you would.
Oh, a Crabble hatchling. I have a Crabble already, though. Cover fire. Firing a weapon builds confidence in your companions, granting them increased movement, speed, firing rate, and accuracy. It's not too bad. Lock-on rocket launcher. It's nice. I'm pretty good at hitting people with my rockets, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright. What we got here? Doctor,
Every
probably.
day treating the same strains and abrasions. My tenure for a multifactorial disorder. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not
Bummer.
an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear.
You felt compelled to give me that warning is a little you felt compelled to give me that warning is a little concerning.
Not as concerning as some of the scenes I have been called to in the middle of the night. I assure you, the warning is justified. But I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel-happy novices.
God, that is so weird. Do you have anything for sale?
That is best answer.
I don't think I want to talk to anyone about that. Seems like a bad idea. Oh, dang. Heals 1100 health over duration. Oh, but it gives me 10 Zeranium poisoning. I mean, it's not too much, I don't think. I'm not really sure how much 10 is. The grand scheme of like my poisoning and Zeranium exposure. Can I deal with this much your Zeranium exposure too? Like 151? I just don't know. Because only 10 wouldn't be that big of a hit.
A lot of space for refugees here. Guess the Order is more concerned with the idea of helping people than actually doing anything about it.
I actually agree with you on that. Scientician. Oh, those weren't considered owned by anyone.
You know, you strike me as someone with a very small body of published work.
Oh, holy crap, that's a ton of mods. It's a ton of mods. We'll take that. Actually, I might buy all these. Actually, I won't buy scrap metal. I've got a ton of those. Okay, what am I using that I don't have full mods on? My auto hacker would be nice to get upgraded. It needs a barrel mod. I need multiple barrel mods. SMG double barrel. Wait, that's... Whoops. Yeah, that's considered an SMG, right? And a plasma pistol. Doubles number of shots fired at the expense of reduced damage and damage type side effects. Increases magazine capacity. And reload speed. Adds penetration through soft targets. That's not too bad. Oh wait, those are magazine. These are barrel mods. Increases weapon range while reducing recoil. Well, they got modifications for the pistol, the rocket pistol. Rocket pistol increased magazine capacity. It says bigger loads, more penetration. It's what you asked for. No plasma pistol mods though. Multi-launcher. An automatic rocket launcher that can fire up to 4 rockets in quick succession. Oh, what's up? Conceived of an innovative idea. Resources. So I've got an insane amount of scrap. Don't need that. Got plenty of foil. Kind of wish when you were looking at stuff in a store if it showed you how many you already had. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I don't think I need any of those other things in there right now.
Hypothesis about the flower sphere.
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
More testing may be required.
Alright, so we're not getting in that way. Got Mr. Guard here. He looks like he's about to take up a post. Maybe this is a way in. I can be up here, right? You guys aren't gonna get mad at me? Artificer, Laureate, and Nola Craft.
You. I don't know who you are. But if you thought it wise to bring a cultist into the heart of Order
don't
territory,
worry
you are
about it.
deeply foolish. I have not the slightest theory as to how you bypassed our guards. But if it was through violence, be assured, it will be returned exponentially.
Should I try to lie my way through it? You've got the wrong idea about her. Asa isn't a cultist anymore.
Explain. Now.
Asa's with me now, which makes her an honorary member of the Earth Directorate.
Whatever your circumstance, words alone will not gain my trust. And if you do not gain my trust, you shall not gain that of the Order, which I expect is what you desire. There is a cultist-centric issue the Order needs resolved. I suspect you are capable of doing such. If you are not, I cannot trust you, and certainly cannot allow you to see Ruth.
If these cultists are suffering the same affliction of being traitorous curs as the others seem to be, then I look forward to killing them.
You're not helping right now, Asa. Let's hear what the plan is first.
My task is this. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
Oh man, so many options. Surprised the Order didn't foresee your friends taking over Newton.
If the Order could predict the future infallibly, my mentors would be alive. Seers become less accurate the more specific and more distant the prediction. All that aside, you shall need the Order's trust if you wish to see Ruth. This task will allow that. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth.
What's the significance of this heritage site anyways?
Newton contains the Six Pillars Chantry, which was one of the first temples founded after Arcadia's colonization. It's over 100 years old. The cultists are likely profaning it. But even if they aren't, I don't want them there. Our loss of Newton is symbolic. If we cannot protect it, how can we protect Arcadia?
I'm gonna need more than the Order's respect to put my life on the line.
You're results-oriented. I can understand that. Fine. Expect a tangible reward on top of the Order's goodwill.
Hell yeah. You got a deal.
May you prove my plethora of doubts unfounded. And may you keep your cultist colleague in line on your way out.
Lucky the commander needs something from you, or you'd be looking at your intestines on the ground right about now.
Asa, we told her you weren't a cultist. Lean into the lie. Gosh, come on.
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning may come at a later date, as the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential Order personnel.
His armor looks freaking cool. Super padded though. Alright, that didn't get me quite into the water place like I was hoping it would. Oh, well, what do we have here? There's no one down here, right? Need to go up, or can I get it from like right here? Oh, I guess we're going up.
Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
Were they talking to me? That didn't get me into where I thought it might.
At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
Yeah, she did. Oh. Hold on. Is there really no way for me to get in from this? This just seems... It seems like there'd be something down here, you know? But I guess not. Just running around the rooftops, no big deal. Dang, this place is pretty cool looking. Can I talk to this lady, get her to maybe leave? Or a guy? I guess I don't really know if it's a guy or a girl.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted in this booth. Leave. Please.
That was like, I have to be nice to you, kind of please.
Agent, over here. Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace between the Order and Auntie's choice would be over. Dreadful, you know. Positively dreadful. How the peace talks were interrupted. I felt our two delegations were making real progress.
Where are they now? How did you learn that I was the one who saved you?
While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself, now convinced Wiley's calculations were wrong. He told us all about that terrible DeVries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. There was quite a lot of gurgling. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace.
Are the negotiations still happening?
Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself.
I am an outside force. Oh, so it's Gertie now, is it?
Life-threatening situations have a way of verifying and validating key constants. Perhaps proof our two groups may still yet work together, if certain conditions were met. To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups. Earning the trust of both sides is essential. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces.
Let's say I help. What do I get out of this?
For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided.
That's what I'm
And
looking
if
for.
you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia.
Sounds well worth it. I'm in.
Transplendent. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I can let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
My oratory skills, he said.
Side note, I am frequently asked.
Oh, put that away. Okay. I imagine if I go talk to them, it's going to go into more dialogue. no one in here, huh? As in, no one to stop me from taking stuff? Grab it. It's over here. Oh, this is okay. Got it. Probability enhancer.
Come back later.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission. The presiding bishop is not accepting visitors at this time.
Oh, I thought I saw something on the ground, but it was just the little lights from that. Alright. Protectorate sniper. What's in here? More stuff that's now mine. No secret wall or anything? No? Okay.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved protectorate. I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling.
If you say so. Call me a mind reader, but I think you may want to be somewhere else.
I cannot leave. My sovereign-given task is to bring the Order back into the Protectorate fold. But now it seems as if I must also bring the Protectorate into its own fold. One deed at a time, Philo.
I didn't expect to see anyone from the Protectorate in the heart of the Order Order territory.
I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy.
Fair.
Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness, slandering my beloved sovereign, following that feckless consul, makes my blood boil.
Oh, geez, clearly. Didn't you see this coming?
I had reason to suspect the consul for some time, but this is beyond the range of simple suspicion. Some subjects had begun to doubt the sovereign's ability to lead as his father had. But I did not expect them to turn so openly. Anyone who didn't side with the sovereign will pay, sooner or later. You may count on it.
That coup was a pretty nasty surprise, huh?
I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That consul, I never trusted that miserable bastard. His betrayal is so galling, I'd almost care to join the armed forces to bring him to justice myself. But my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion before all else.
I think someone called counselor would be more friendly, polite, diplomatic.
Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous.
If you hate the Order so much, what are you doing here?
Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. Without the Protectorate, this little organization would have no holdings to squat in. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious toddlers back into the Protectorate fold. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds. Perhaps enough will be alive to save afterwards.
I'll be going now. Jeez, he is not a happy camper. Alright, we still need to figure out how to get into the water or the water reservoir. I was kind of hoping to knock that out before I switch games.